So I've got to cut down all my bits there, and this obviously for my doors on my cupboards that I'm building in the front room. So I've got all these bits and bobs, and what I've decided to do is this. I'm going to put these through the table saw, and put through like this. So everything's going to go across there like so, like that, and then what will happen is, this is my little test piece, is I'll create this groove like so, this groove all the way down here to put my bit in, my 6mm bit to make the full door. So I'm going to attach them all together like so, like this. I'm going to put them all through in the next 5-10 minutes. Once that's sorted, then we can start putting obviously the 6mm bit in between to make the door, which I'll show you. It'll all make sense when obviously I'm doing it. So there we go, let's get cracked on. So it's just a case now, set my depth on the table saw, which is why I've got this here, so everything's off. Oh, go down like so. That's about, that'll do that. That's about that. So I'll go a bit further down. Right. So when you come to do this as well, it's a case of just singing that way through, and then turning it over, and then going that way through, and then basically that should create your obviously your rebate to go in. And all I done was is I just half this, so this is 18mm, so I went 9mm in, made me mark, set everything up, and that's what created that. So I went halfway one way, halfway the other way. Happy days. So my jig's set up, got it all set up, all screwed together. It's working lovely, well, best I think it can be. Anyway, but it's just a mock-up for now. So the plan is now, is I've got my things cut down. Obviously you cut them to your desired length of what you want. I've cut mine down to 425 because I want them 625 and I want to buy 900, so that's the size of my cupboard doors. So it's a case now, well, one last fine check, make sure everything's all in line before we get started. I'm happy with that. So, clamp this on here. Clamp this on here. Sorry about the noise, by the way, it's firework night, so hopefully it should move. Yeah, it's moving. So final checks, let's get this show on the road. finally got all my panels cut ready, and I've got everything cut down, all my MDF and everything. So all I'm going to do now is I'm just dry fitting everything, make sure everything fits. It all seems to fit lovely at the moment. It's all laid out on here now. So the plan is that the cuts, the grooves I've made within the panel is going to make a panel like this. Get this out. So this is my panel, let's say, and what happens is it goes over like that. So all I've got to do now is I've got to glue everything up. The glue I'm going to be using is this expanding foam glue. And basically it's just Gorilla Glue. There we go. So we're all sorted out. So with that said, let's get firing away. Let's get all this stuck together, and I can get it all clamped up, and I can get this door ready and finished. And hopefully this only doesn't take long to go off. So once that's got off, I'll be able to scrape everything and sort it all out. So let's get cracked on. And finally got this all set up now. Now I've got some gaps in here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in here like so, and then that's going to sit in there, and I'm going to glue that in, and that's going to fill this gap up. And it's just some 6mm gear, that's all it is. And I shot it in there, give it a light sand down. When all this is done, you can't really see it on the door, because I'm going to put some trim on over these doors to hide the MDF, so when it paints I can paint it up lovely. So with that said, I'm going to get that done now, and we'll go on the next bit. A bit like Blue Peter this. This one I did earlier, like that. Obviously, as you can see, these ones are drying. It's going to take about 24 hours for it to go off, but that's exactly what they look like now. All the panel round. I've gone and put a mark here for where I want my hinges, because this is where I want my hinges, so I know this is the side I want to do my hinges. And basically, to do the hinges, I'm going to use kitchen hinges so I can adjust everything on the cabinet. And I've got this by Craig, so that just basically goes on this side here, and I'll just drill wherever I want. I'll measure it here, and then this will drill. I've also got obviously my drill, which I've got a sander here, so I'm going to sand all these bits off here where obviously everything's being poken through. So here, so I'm going to sort all that out, sand all this down. I'm going to put some edge trim, which I'll show you in a bit. Put some edge trim around here, and then that should be ready for these to be painted. So they're going to get sanded down by an Orbiter sander, and it's a 125 grit. So yeah, so that said, I'm going to get cracked on with this, get this done. I'm going to show you how to line up all the doors. Well, I'll show you what it looks like on the cabinet. So where's my pencil? Let's get the pencil. Doesn't matter how far you mark down, just mark down whatever you think's appropriate. And yeah, so once you've done that, all this does then is fits into the mark, your centrepiece there of your mark that you've marked down, and then all that'll do is just drill through where it needs to be, ready for the hinge to go on. So let's get cracked on. Well, we have it. 2 holes ready, all set, depths ready, just for my hinges to go in and they'll move. We'll get all them set up, so that's that one done. It's just a case of doing the other one. We'll get this sanded down and I'll show you how to put the hinges on and then how to put the obviously fit onto the cabinet. Happy days. Well, finally got the doors on, got them all set up, showed you how to make them, do them, sort them all out, and I've showed you how to put the hinges on. Well, the hinges, easiest way I can find of doing the hinges anyway. So this is it. This is the cabinet. These are the doors working, all singing, all dancing. And I've put the edge trim on the end of these as well, all the way down here. And the reason I've done that is, like I said, exactly the same reason why I did the edge banding on obviously the cabinet that I made, that I showed you in the last exciting episode. And that's about it. So they're all working lovely now and all adjusted, and that's what they look like, all done. So if you can find it in your heart to subscribe and support the channel, I'll be over the moon. I'd just like to turn around and say thanks very much for watching, and thanks for getting to this stage that we're at now of obviously the of the episode that's just been, I've just finished. And yeah, take care of yourselves. Thanks very much. See you in the next one.